Hey everyone! So, as you can see from the title, it's going to be a Vape Kitchen e-liquid review and a mama walking back. Took me a little longer than normal to get started because I was re-wicking all of my Addies. And it took longer than I thought it was going to. But anyway, so I have 6 flavors to go through, 3 of which... Close that. Oops. Anyway, most of these, except for 2, are kind of self-explanatory as to what it is just by the flavor name, and then the couple that aren't obvious as to what they are, I'll read the description. One still I cannot find a description for. So I don't know what that's about, but I'll try to break it down as much as I'm able. And yeah, I think all of these are max VG. There's no specification as to exactly what that entails. I'm guessing some are thicker than others because, like, this one looks pretty thick and this one's a little bit thinner. But if I had to guess, they're all at least a 70-30, 70 VG, 30 PG. Some maybe a little higher than that. And they're all 3 milligram strength nicotine. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna start off with, we're gonna save the one with Culotta for last because that tends to mess with my palate. So I'm gonna start off with the sweet tea. Why? Because I don't know. And I'm gonna do this in, I'm not gonna really go into super detail about what I'll be testing it on because that'll just take forever. This one's the Cygreen X. It's like a Mutation X with different screws, basically. It's essentially the same thing. All of these coils are Claptons of some sort, all made by Addy Tuning. I don't think there's any of these that aren't, because I don't do fancy coils. I just can't. Like, as fancy as I get as a Tiger coil, and that's about it. I tried doing a Clapton a couple times and no success. So this is going to be a 20 watts. I might turn it up or down. We'll see. But it's just a Southern sweet tea. So it's essentially what it is. I'm going to close this airflow. If you like airflow, like, this one is really good. The only thing about this one that might be bad for some people is the post holes aren't very big. I'm going to shut off one side of this airflow. I am still slightly congested, kind of like partially why I contemplated not doing this, but I don't think I'm congested enough to not be able to taste things. I've been vaping my regular stuff and it tastes the same as it does normally, so yeah. I think it's with the swather going back and forth so drastically, it's just, it always fucks with my shit. Might turn this up a little. I turned it up to 22 watts. I think that these would be best in a tank, to be honest. You can definitely drip them, but if you like to drip thicker e-liquid like I do, like I usually do 80-20 and above, I think these would be best in a tank. And they're definitely flavorful enough to where you can do it in a tank. It's good. I get a slight tea from it, not like, I mean, all I have to really compare it to is like DIY flavors, because I've only tried a couple of like actual iced tea vapes in real life. Like if I get a tea flavor, like it's usually from Allison Vape Land. They have a couple different ones, and really the only one I like out of theirs is the cherry blossom. So yeah, it's not bad. It's just I don't really get sweet tea from it personally. I don't know. It could just be me, but it is a very light flavor. Like it's not overpowering in your face. Like boom, it's kind of more subtle. But yeah. I mean, it's good. I just don't get much sweet tea out. It's just a light tea flavor. It is a little bit sweet. I wouldn't say it's overly sweet, but it's definitely sweet. I personally could all day vape this because it is so subtle. I just, like I said, I don't necessarily get sweet tea out of it. Now, I will mention this. I did not get to choose these flavors. These were just randomly sent to me. So some of these flavors just aren't my thing. Um, this one is fine, but there's some that I would not have chosen for myself. So just bear that in mind. So the next one I'm going to do is the Summer Bliss. This is the one that doesn't have a description. I have not been able to find a description anywhere, and I don't know why. It's one of the few flavors that don't or doesn't have a description. When I smell it, I get peach for sure, and maybe mango. I don't know. Why is this all wet? And this nozzle is not the best for dripping. It just kind of gets everywhere. This one is a little bit more liquidy than the others. I'm assuming that there's an alcohol-based flavor in here, and that might be why. But it's definitely thinner than the others. Let's see how, like, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know. Being a DIYer, like, that's the kind of type of shit that you just learn by looking at it over time, or if you just vape a lot of different e-liquid. All right, this one is the Goon LP. This is the authentically challenged one. Um, I'll just say that I don't really care for this RDA. I don't like the way it's designed. So, yeah. Might have to open up both these airflow things. I can't tell if I'm getting culotta from this too. I think I might be getting a little bit. And I do not like culotta or menthol or general mint. Sometimes I like mint. It just depends on how and who does it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting like mainly peach and mango. It's funny because I smell more peach than mango. When I vape it, I get more mango than peach. Fresh said it has like a lemonade flavor to it. I can see that. I'm not getting a huge amount of lemon, but I could see where that would be maybe in the background. So I guess if I had to guess, it's like a peach mango lemonade. I don't know. The name is Summer Bliss, so you would imagine summer lemonade. I don't know why peaches remind me of summer, but I don't know. It's okay. As you know, I'm not huge on peach vapes in general. This is kind of along those lines. It's not bad, but you definitely have to like peach e-liquid. If you don't, then you probably wouldn't like it. I will say that all these are pretty clean, meaning that they're fairly clear. Like this one was maybe one of the darker ones, and it's still really pretty light. Generally, what that means is that number one, they're using a good nicotine, and number two, their flavors are clean. Number three, they're not using a ton of sweetener, because sweetener will definitely darken your e-liquids. I think maybe the darkest one would be maybe the pistachio ice cream. It's, slightly like an off yellow, but in general, like look at this one, it's perfectly clear, and for a tea, that's pretty impressive. But yeah. Anyway, so that one's okay. I feel like I'm starting off like the least favorite towards. I don't know. We'll choose one that I know that I like. All right, we're gonna go with the banana butterscotch bread pudding. And as far as what it is, that's what it is. Like, there's no other description. That's what it is. And thank you for Vape Kitchen thank you to Vape Kitchen for sending me these, and Cloudy who hooked it up, and Gizzard. Those are the three people responsible for getting me access to these. So I do appreciate that. This is on my Stro Mini. I'm going to leave it at 20 watts. It's at a 0.39 resistance. Mind you, I've never had bread pudding in real life. I don't think I have. And if I have, it was a long time ago. I'm going to turn this up to 23 watts. I definitely get a bread note. It's not like a dough. It's definitely bread. It's like a sweet bread. I get the butterscotch. It's more to me like a dark butterscotch than like a bright candy butterscotch, and there is a difference. I don't know that I get much banana from it. A hint of cinnamon, very, very faint. But it's good. I do like this one. This is one of the favorites straight out of the box that I liked, which I didn't really expect to like because I don't know. I just don't really dig on bread pudding in real life. Like I think I've tried it maybe once. I don't know. It's just not looking at it, not something that I would be appealed to, but maybe I need to try it now because I do like this stuff. So who knows? But yeah, it's definitely a dessert vape. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly like drying because like some desserts, especially if they have like cinnamon notes in them, they can be very drying. But this one is fine. Like I said, I don't really get much banana. Mainly, I'm getting the bread, the little bit of butterscotch, and like the hint of cinnamon. I honestly don't taste banana at all, but who knows? Maybe it's just me. But that might be a good thing because I don't really like banana vapes in general. The only ones that I really like are like the banana pudding because that TFA banana nut bread is the truth. But yeah, this one's good. I do like this one. And the thing about their line that I like is their flavor list. Like the amount of different e-liquids they have is insane. Like I might briefly go through some of the e-liquids so you know like what they have to offer. But it's just like insane different flavors and they're unique. And that's one thing I do look for because I don't really buy e-liquid that much, especially anymore. I have so many DIY stuff. I have over 430 flavors now, so it's kind of pointless for me to like buy e-liquid. Like something really has to stand out, and it has to be something different. Unless it's somebody that I kind of know, then I probably will try their stuff just to see and support them. But if I'm gonna spend my money on e-liquid, because regardless of like how low their prices are, it will definitely be cheaper to make my own. Like it has to be something special about it to make it stand out or whatever. So their menu is insane. And just kind of like a brief background. And I don't know like the whole story. I read it at one point, but my memory is just not very good. But like at least one of the people that like make these blends, he used to be a chef in like it was like Hollywood or something. I'm sure they have like a story button, but being a chef in real life or even just cooking in real life, it does help in making e-liquid because you know what flavors go together, like what kind of percentage you need to like make one flavor stand out amongst a different flavor. But yeah, Chef Oren, he is the owner and mad chemist. He was a classically trained chef who studied in the culinary arts in San Francisco. He worked at a few well-known restaurants in Los Angeles. I list some things. It's a family-owned brick-and-mortar business run by Chef Oren and his wife May. Sorry if I'm butchering that. It's Mai. They have 3 kids. Yeah, it just kind of talks about personal stuff. So if you're interested, you just click on the who's in the kitchen, and it'll like explain like kind of like a little bio of the person that comes up with these blends. So this one is the pistachio ice cream. Now, I was sent 2 of these. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a mistake or what. I was sent a smaller one and a bigger one. Now, when I first tried this, I honestly was not that thrilled with it. I don't think I like ice cream vapes because pretty much everyone that I've tried I haven't really cared for. But my dad loves pistachios, so I figured I'd give it to him and see if he likes it. And he freaking loves it. Like he has one of these bottles. And last time I went down there, it was all the way down to like maybe that far. And for him to vape that much, like, is crazy because I don't know, there aren't many flavors that really wow him that I've like let him vape, like my own or other people's. And he really, really likes that one. So while I don't really care for it all that much or didn't care for it all that much, my dad loves it. So it's kind of just still a win to me. I will say that as it's steeped, it's definitely improved. The thing that I don't care for in ice cream vapes is like an overly milky note. Like I get more milk than cream. Um, it has improved because that's why I wanted to let these sit because I don't know when they were mixed. I don't think there's a date on here at all. So just in case they were freshly mixed, I like to give them time to settle before I give like a conclusive, you know, review or whatever on them. But I will say that this definitely improved with steeping and it definitely got a little darker. So like if you notice, like this is a good rule of thumb for me, especially with dessert vapes, not so much fruits and things like that. But if you notice that it's getting darker as it sits, generally that means it's going to improve with steeping. That's my experience, unless it's a bad nick. If it's a bad nick, which will show in even fruits, it'll get darker. But with these, I mean, you could, like I said, they're light. So like this is it's not fruit, but it's a different type of, it's not dessert and it hasn't gotten darker. So it's definitely not the nick that's doing it. It's, I don't know, it's something about dessert flavors and like tobacco flavors that it just naturally gets darker as it sits. And generally it does improve when it's a little bit darker. So anyway, what I get from this is mainly like a milk. Not really getting much cream, to be honest. It to me tastes more milk than cream or just a very heavy milk, I don't know, flavor. Very little pistachio, which pistachio is really hard to work with as a flavor. I've only tried a couple different ones in e-liquid, and I didn't care for any of them. Like even my beloved cannoli, like the cannoli bee one, I love, and even the cannoli bee mine was good, but I didn't like the cannoli bee nuts or whatever it was, the one that has nuts in it, the pistachio. I didn't like that one, so I think I just don't like pistachio vapes. Um, but I would say if you like ice cream e-liquids in general, and don't mind a little bit pistachio, it's very faint. It's not like boom in your face. It is a very light pistachio note. I think you would definitely like this. And like I said, my dad absolutely loves it. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's not my cup of tea, but it doesn't mean that you won't like it. It's just it doesn't fit my profile personally. All right. This one. This one was my favorite when I first got it. And I've let it set. This one is weird. This one definitely I would not have chosen. However, I really liked it when I first got it. It's called ube macapuno. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's a traditional Filipino sweet treat, and it's ube ice cream with sweet taro steeped cream, fresh cane sugar, and the warm, distinctive addition of fresh coconut, cinnamon, and yes, sweet corn. Sweet corn's interesting. Why they chose that to go with it, I don't know. But as Addie Tooney has pretty much proven, you can use things in very odd combinations and they come out well. Like he used cornbread and like a bunch of other weird things, and he really likes it. I haven't tried that one yet. That's definitely something that I will. I actually bought the flavor because of him, because otherwise I wouldn't need a use for it. But if Addie Tooney says it's good, I need to at least try it. So this one I'm doing in my tugboat with the slam cap. And what are we at? It's at a 0.31 at 25 watts. I'm going to leave it there and adjust accordingly. And I'm almost here. Yeah, this one's still really good. And it's so weird because I typically don't like cinnamon vapes like at all, whether it's candied or bakery. But this one, it definitely has a cinnamon note to it, but I think there's enough other flavors in there to kind of like smooth it out to where it's not like drying. Okay, Mama, you want to say hi? Come here. It's gonna keep bugging me. Hey, hi. The pretty one. Her ear is already getting better. She has like this little, see that? Where like her fur is gone. She had an allergic reaction to kitty litter I gave her. My precious. Okay, Mama's working. Well, kind of. Anyway, I think it might be the coconut that really smooths it out because there is a slight coconut. But mainly what I'm getting is like a very smooth, creamy cinnamon. Um, I don't know if it's the taro that's making it even creamier because my experience so far with taro was not good. But I think I just mixed it wrong. I'm gonna definitely revisit that at some point. But it definitely has like a very creamy texture. And as this steeped, it's because like at first it did have like a slight potato. This taro kind of tastes like potato, um, like a white potato. But as it's steeped, more of the cinnamon and like the other bakery notes have come out more. So I don't really get that anymore, which is good. Because even though I did like it, it's kind of weird to vape potato, but I really do like this one. It's different. Um, not getting really much corn. Like if you really dig for it, you can taste it a little bit. So if you're like kind of put off, like, oh, sweet corn sounds gross, like I would still try it. Like if any of like the other profiles sound appealing. Like if you like coconut and cinnamon, I think you would definitely have to like coconut because even though it's like not super in your face, it is there. Some people just don't like coconut. I do, but it's really nice. Mainly, I get like a smooth, creamy coconut and a little bit of cinnamon. That's mainly what I get. And it's funny because this one's an ice cream flavor. So I don't know. I like this one though a lot. I think it's definitely my favorite out of the ones that I was sent. Yeah, so that one's really good. All right, the last one, and was my least favorite last time I vaped it because it has culotta in it. It's really the only reason I don't like it. I don't like culotta. I don't like menthol. Even though culotta is supposed to not have a flavor to it, I personally get a flavor from it, and it's not a flavor I like. So it's not something I would have picked for myself. All right, which atomizer haven't I used yet? The fuck? I specifically put out maybe this one. Okay, get in there, motherfucker. This is my Velocity clone. It's like the mini Velocity. It's like a shorter one. This one is White Raspberry Whisper. And I do have the description pulled up for that. Let's see if it says anything. That is one minor thing. I think some of their descriptions could be better. Some of them don't have them at all. I mean, like I said, the banana butterscotch bread pudding, that one's pretty much self-explanatory, but like some other flavors that they have aren't, such as Summer Bliss. Why that one doesn't have a description, I don't know. But yeah. Here's my little match. There it is. This thing won't go down all the way, but whatever. Yeah, it like reminds me of cough drops, like those fruity cough drops, which I do not like. Um, the base flavor in this kind of like saddens me. The base flavor I like because it has um, sweet and naturally tart raspberries softened by smooth peaches and a mild or mid note of white grape. So like the flavor itself I like, but I can't get past the cooling sensation, which would suspect is culotta. I don't like culotta, so I would like this if it didn't have that in there, but unfortunately it does. So yeah, like if anyone likes culotta out there or menthol, like I'd be willing to send this to you if you're in the States because I won't vape it, and I don't know anybody else that likes culotta or menthol. So yeah, I just like, especially with fruit, I don't like that. Like if I'm gonna vape like a minty thing, I want it to be like grasshopper. Like grasshopper is like my go-to menthol. Like that one's really good. Peppermint bark by Illusion is good. Um, the peppermint one from Allison Vapeland is good. It's like a dark chocolate and mint, but like fruit and mint I can't do. I just don't like it. All right, so I think this has been long enough. I think I've been like really, really long-winded as usual. So I'm just gonna rank my favorite to least favorite. And I will say that even the ones I don't like, I think if you like that flavor profile, you would like it. I don't think they're poorly made in any way. It's just there's certain profiles that I just don't resonate with. So my favorite by far would be the Ube Macapuno. It's a really interesting flavor, and it's not something that I would ever think that I would like, but it's really good. So I do like that one. Second favorite would be the banana butterscotch bread pudding. Again, not something that I think I would like, but it's really good. Third favorite is the Southern Sweet Tea. That one's nice, even though, like I said, I don't get like a true Southern Sweet Tea from it. Momo, kick your ass. Third favorite would probably be, I think it would be tie between Summer Bliss and the pistachio ice cream, mainly because I don't know why I'm getting like a slight colada from Summer Bliss. I don't know if it's really there. I think Fresh got that flavor as well. So chime in if you get like a slight cooling menthol kind of flavor in the background. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I got it like the first time I vaped it, and I thought maybe it was like something lingering on my coil, but all of these coils and wicks are new, so it's not that. But I'm still getting a very slight one. It's not as overpowering as this, the white raspberry, but it's there. And then my least favorite is the white raspberry because I don't like colada. So that is it. If you're interested in the Vape Kitchen line, you can find them at thevapekitchen.com. I will put the link below. Blah, blah, blah. You can get them in. It looks like it depends on the flavor, like what sizes you can get. Like the white raspberry whisper only comes in 60 mil, and that will cost you $30. So they're not cheap by any means. The Nick strengths are 0, 1.5, 3, 6, and 12. I don't get any throat hit from them. I didn't mention that, but I don't get any throat hit or anything like that. Let me vape something. What is this? Oh, this is the ice cream. Yeah, I get no unpleasantness, whether it's the back of the throat or the nose, which sounds really dirty. Yeah, so I mean, I think whatever neck they're using is good because I don't get any like unpleasant taste or like burning sensation out of the nose or no throat hit at all. And this, like I said, is 3 milligram Nick, which is a little higher than I typically do. I probably should have asked for the 1.5, but I don't think I knew they had it. But it's fine. I vape 3 Nick every now and then. Where the hell is my other Yaddy? Yeah, all this crap like everywhere. All right. So, as I stated before, I kind of want to go through some of their flavors because, like I said, their flavors are insane. Like, they have so many different flavors. I'll just go through the ones that are like more interesting or like the ones that I haven't really seen all that often. They have an almond cream macaroon, which sounds really good. Apple graham cheesecake ice cream, apricot pipe tobacco. They have baklava, banana churro pudding, banana cream truffle, chocolate truffle, banana milk candy, which probably tastes similar to what I was describing the other day. Like, as I said before, I like Asian things like food, the culture, etc. So every now and then I'll go to the Asian market and pick up just like some random candy from over there because their flavors are a little bit more interesting. And they really like milk flavored candy for some reason. And it definitely tastes like milk. It's not like a cream, it's a milk. So and it's definitely something I think you have to kind of get accustomed to. Because at first I'm like, I don't think I like this. And then it kind of grew on me. They have black cherry cream soda, blackberry crumble, BLT, which is best light tobacco. Brown butter nut tart, buko pandan, which I don't know what that is. What is that? It's a Filipino. Okay, will you stop freaking out? Stop it. Oh my god, it's a flip. Okay. Sweet coconut milk and sweet condensed milk, which is supposed to be the creamy base for a mildly earthy flavor of pandan jelly. I don't know what any of that means, but I guess he likes a lot of Filipino cuisine. Candied grapefruit, candied tangerine chocolate truffle, cherry blossom black tea panna cotta. So, I mean, you can just see there's a lot of different flavors. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because I think I'm long-winded enough as it is. But just check them out, even just to see like what kind of flavors they have, just because it's interesting. But yeah, there's free USPS shipping, priority shipping for orders over 100, and you get a free 30 ml bottle for every 100 spent. So just put in the comments of your order what flavor and nicotine level that you want for the free bottle. So that is pretty much it. I think that's been long-winded enough. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this in replay, put them in the comments. If you have questions over there, now would be the time to ask, whether it's about this or whatever. Yeah. And I've been kind of looking at chat, even though I haven't been addressing it, just because I get too distracted when I'm addressing chat in the middle of a review. But hello, Adam Sisson. Sorry. As far as my weekend, it's been okay. Haven't been feeling all that great. Mullenberry must-have flavors. That is something I definitely can address. I just made a order with them. Now, if you do live in the States, and I kind of did this, number one, because I'm cheap. Number two, because I wasn't really in a hurry. And number three, I wanted to see how quickly it would get here just with standard shipping. Because back in the day, and for the longest time, you could only get the DHL shipping because they were having issues with packages being rejected by customs and things like that, and people not getting their stuff, which if you've ever ordered or sent anything like out of the country, the shit is expensive. Like even sending it to Canada is like super expensive. So if you're having to reship things 50 times or whatever, and you can't even guarantee that like they legitimately didn't get it, you know, it's just frustrating. So eventually, or for a while, they did make it to where you can only do DHL, which does require signature. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it makes sure that they get their stuff. And DHL is very fast. I will give them credit for that, but they're also very expensive. So their shipping was crazy for a while, but they've since, I guess, figured things out. So now you can get things shipped here from Poland to the U.S. fairly economically. So getting to the point, Mullenberry must-haves for me. If we're just going by flavors you can't really get otherwise, or flavors that are better from them than any one that I've tried, I definitely would recommend Glamour Chocolate. I haven't found a better chocolate. Like I've tried the Inawera chocolate cream, and while it is good, I definitely like this one better. It's just a straight milk chocolate flavor, which is hard to find because usually if you're finding a chocolate for, you know, vaping, it's either a really bad artificial chocolate, like those cheap bunnies that you get for like Easter that are like more wax than anything else, or you get like a cocoa flavor, which is fine, but sometimes you want a true milk chocolate flavor, and that's what this one is. It's the Glamour Chocolate. You can get this one on Vapor Tech. It's one of the few flavors that you can get from there, because even though it's cool that they sell some of the Mullenberry flavors, they don't really have an extensive collection. So, yeah, that one's good. Their Epic Vanilla is also very good, but you can find, like, Shisha Vanilla from Inawera is almost identical, to be honest. And that one's a little bit easier to find. But if you are making an order, it's something I would include if you're looking for a really good, just straight vanilla flavor. It's not cream, it's not butter, it's just straight vanilla. Their Bounty is awesome if you like coconut. It's basically a creamy coconut. It's supposed to have a hint of like chocolate. I don't really get the chocolate still. Like I reordered it because like the only time I had tried this was when it was still being formulated. I used to be a tester for them. I was told that they were probably going to tweak it a little bit because other people weren't really getting the chocolate either, and they did want that in there. I still mainly just get like a creamy coconut. It's like the inside of like a Mounds bar, but it's still amazing and I still love it. So I really like Bounty. That is one that you will have to buy from, direct from them. The only other place that I found that sells it is from Canada, and a lot of times they're sold out of that one. So that's that. If you like coffee, and I've been having trouble finding a good coffee, their dark roast coffee is really good. It's not skunky. It doesn't taste, I don't know, it's really good. It is a dark coffee, but you can easily add cream or whatever to make it less dark, but it's just like a straight up black coffee. The fresh coffee is also good. It's just not as intense of a flavor as the dark roast. And that is one that I did pick up. Pink Lady is also very good. Another one that you have to pretty much buy direct from them. And it's kind of hard to describe, but it is slightly floral. So if you don't like floral vapes, you might not like this one. But I do, as long as it's done well. And this is not perfumey or anything, but it is floral. Let me see if I can find the actual description. Thing I like about it is it's different. Like when you have so many flavors, and I know I say that a lot, but when you get to the point where you have pretty much all your basic flavors, like the thing that really gets me intrigued on buying something is when it's different. Like it's a different flavor profile than all the other flavors that you have. And this one definitely is different. Well, it looks like Vapor's Tech has it now. Is it in stock though? Looks like it is. So it looks like Vapor's Tech does carry it now. So I'll just try to copy and paste that link right there so you can see. Let's say, I wonder if they have Bounty. Probably not. But anyway, it's a combination of floral and fruit notes, rose hibiscus, maracuja, and guava. It's, I guess, kind of meant to be more of like a feminine flavor. Not to say that men can't vape it, but it is feminine. Like when you vape it, it just tastes feminine, which is weird. It's kind of a weird way to describe something, but it's light, it's floral, it's a little fruity. It's really nice, but again, you would have to like florals. Like I don't think if you didn't like florals that you probably wouldn't like that. But anyway, I like it. Their cheesecake and their custard are also solid, but I mean TFA cheesecake with graham is great and a lot more easier to get. And the custard, I like Flavora custard, so if I had to deal with that, I mean, it's possible. I do like their custard, though. It does require a little bit of steeping. That's the one thing I do like about Flavora custard above any other custard is that it's like good right away. You don't have to wait. But with this, you do have to wait a little bit. I think it's like maybe a week. Nothing extensive, but depending on what you're mixing with, you might want something that's good right away. Like my banana pudding, it really does make a difference because I did do like a slightly different recipe using this custard and the Jungle Flavors biscuit because people were saying that the Jungle Flavors biscuit is even better than Inawera biscuit. And to date, I can't really agree, but I haven't worked with it enough to say definitively whether or not it is or not. But I don't know. Probably put it on here right here. I'll have to remember to vape that before we leave. But yeah. Is there anything else that I would recommend? Get out of here. My day's been very chaotic and it like just started. There are some flavors I still haven't tried yet. I've heard good things about milkshake, but I haven't personally tried it, so I can't really attest to that. Their fruits, honestly, I wasn't super blown away by any of the fruits that I've tried. I will say that their regular e-liquid, the strawberry, is amazing, but I've been told that that strawberry is different than the flavorings that they sell. So there's that. I'm just going through what's on Vapor's Tech. I've heard the creamy vanilla is good. I haven't tried that one, so again, I can't attest to that. Panna cotta is good. It's like a cake type flavor. Let's see if it has a description. It says it's a soft panna cotta dessert with sweet, soft cream and a hint of raspberry, touch of vanilla. So it's basically a cake. I don't remember getting raspberry from it, but it's possible. I haven't had it in a while. So yeah, and their tobaccos, I wasn't. Why is Pink Lady with the tobaccos? It's not a tobacco. Oh, that's weird. My throat's already getting dry from talking. But yeah. So Glamour Chocolate, Epic Vanilla, Bounty, if you like coconut. The cheesecake and the custard are solid. I think that's about it. Like the main hardcore ones. Pretty much anything from their M line is good. But those are harder to get. Those you, like I said, have to buy direct from them. I don't know that they sell that whole line anywhere else. So yeah, that's that. Cool. If you're in the UK, it'll be even easier from you because if you can buy direct from Mullenberry, that's great. Like here in the US, it takes a while, but for you, it shouldn't really take that long at all. Let's see. Flavors, Mullenberry flavors, and I guess they sell other brands now too. Like I see Capella here, Vampire Vape, whoever they are, and Ejuice. I've never heard of really any of them besides Capella, obviously, but let's look at the M line. Indulge is good. It's a caramel custard, and it says raspberry. I don't remember getting much raspberry from it. It kind of tasted like a ice cream sundae with like the caramel, and like I got a cherry from it, which other people did as well, but I guess technically it is raspberry. But it tasted like a bit like a strawberry sundae. It was really weird. Dark French roast is there in the M line, really really good. OMG, I did not like. It was a cocoa milk cream finished with a hint of chocolate shake. I'm guessing it was the milk cream that I didn't like. Then Bounty's there. Cider apple I didn't really care for because again it has mint in it. The Sunday Hill was okay. Ripe banana covered with chocolate with a hint of orange. Chill pink lemonade was good. Shock I don't think I had. Boom I don't think I had. Oh yeah, Shock I've had because it had anise in it. I don't like anise, so I didn't really like that one. Nut banana was good. It's basically just like a nutty banana. Attitude I don't think I had that one either, so I couldn't tell you about that. Peach tea I didn't really care for. Chocolate custard, I have that one. No, I don't think I got that one. I had a cocoa cream, so unless they've changed it, if it's the cocoa cream, it's good. But they changed the name since they were reformulated, so I can't really say for sure. Skittles was okay, but it's just a basic Skittle. Peach cream was good. Cocoa milk was amazing. It's like a chocolate milk, really really nice. And Winnie was good. It was like a creamy honey flavor. So yeah, definitely check out the M line if you're ordering from the UK. Like I said, it'll be easier and quicker for you to get things over there when you're already in that general area. Yeah, See Even Fresh says the chocolate cream from Mullenberry is good. Now, the one that you had, I know for sure, was cocoa milk. I know you like the cocoa milk. I'm not sure about the chocolate cream, though. I don't know. Anyway, some things that are coming up. I have more coil vapes to review, like I think 2 more videos. And I have Vapor Lick to review. The next one I'll do is Zen Vapor. Zen Vapor, I don't think I did like even like a little preview or whatever. I have things everywhere. It's ridiculous. This is Vapor Lick. Vapor Lick was nice enough to send me their full line. I just got a chance to be on Tommy's show with him, Michael from Vapor Lick. Really cool guy. So yeah, that was cool. I know I'm very descriptive. I think I have them here. I really need to organize things, but I'm so lazy. It's ridiculous. I did manage to clean my car though. So that is something that I did. Pretty much the only thing I did this weekend that was anything constructive was clean up my car. Because it was absolutely gorgeous yesterday. And it needed to be done. Like I needed to wipe things down. All that good stuff. So that I did do. I think I'm missing a bottle. Maybe even 2 bottles. But this Karma, I'll just talk about this one briefly. This one is awesome. And I'm so glad. I don't know if he knew I like strawberry, because strawberry is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, flavor to vape, especially if there's cream involved. But he sent me the biggest bottle of Karma, which is a strawberries and cream flavor. And it is a bomb. It tastes like those cream saver, the strawberry cream savers from Lifesaver, where it's like a little circle and it has like the swirl of white and the swirl of red in it. Oh my god, it was so good. I think even my dad might like this. But you just smell it. But it's like, I think it's supposed to be like a strawberry milkshake or something like that. And if you've ever had the cream savers, they do have like that milkshakey kind of flavor to it, where it's like a sweet cream. That's definitely what it smells like. And it is really freaking good. That one kind of blew me away. There was another one I liked specifically. I don't remember which one it was. I don't even know if I've tasted the pancake one yet. I might have. I don't know. So the thing is, like, sometimes I don't like to drip over other flavors. And if the profile isn't anywhere near like what I'm vaping, like mainly I'm vaping fruit. So if it's not fruity, I would need like a new wick, and I can't be bothered by it. Plus, I got them like in the middle of my work day. I came home from work I think I came home to eat or something like that, and I got them. So it was kind of like a weird timing type thing. So I don't know. So those will be next. And then after that, I don't know. I don't want to plan that far ahead. But that's pretty much what I have coming up. I did mix a couple of my new flavors during the show yesterday. And I can tell you the initial thoughts of Macaroon by One on One, or no, it was Flavora. Not that great. I don't know why I'm getting maple from a fucking macaroon. Like, I don't understand that. Maybe I'm getting brown sugar. This, to me, and I don't know, chime up over there if you have like a similar reaction or whatever. But to me, brown sugar in vape tastes kind of mapley to me. Like, not in real life, like they taste completely different, but in vaping for some reason, they taste very similar to me, and I don't like either one of them. And I don't know if macaroon, I mean, I imagine maybe macaroon has brown sugar in it. I don't know. I'm gonna let it sit. I did mix it at 2%. It might be too strong, but like online, people are mixing at 4 and 5%. And I'm like, that's insane. Mainly with Flavora, I'm at 1 or 2%. Really not any higher than that. So I might need to dilute it to make it less strong. I did mix up a recipe that I've been wanting to mix up. I saw it on Reddit a few times. It's called Mother of Dragons. So far, it's really freaking good. It's essentially dragon fruit, Bavarian cream, you guys could just look it up. It's not my recipe. It's something I found on Reddit. Berry and cream, dragon fruit, strawberry ripe, and vanilla swirl. It is supposed to have a 7-day steep, so I am going to let it have that, but just initially right away, it's really good. So if it gets even better with a steep, this one is really good. And it's a little different because I don't vape dragon fruit that often. But maybe I wasn't mixing at the right percentage because his recipe is a lot stronger than I would do. Even this one, it's still a little high, but I cut it quite a bit. I think he used it at like 6% or something. I am going to mix it at that percentage and let it sit just to see what it does. But even with the percentages altered, it's still really good. So I figured I would shout that out. I don't remember his name. I want to say it was one of the people that post quite frequently. Like you run into the same people. Quite a lot. I think he's one of the people that won the contest or something. Why can't I find you? Yeah, it's by Idiot. I thought it was. He spells it differently though. It's like ID10T or something like that. And I feel like an idiot because honestly, for the longest time, I didn't even notice that's what it was supposed to be was idiot. Like I was just like looking one day. So I see it, he posts, like I said, quite frequently. So I'm like looking at it and I'm like, oh my god, it says idiot. Sometimes I'm really slow. But yeah, it's a really good one. I also mixed Hansen, however the fuck you pronounce that shit. Desert Ship, which gets really good reviews for people that like tobacco, and the Indian Tobacco by Hangson, which is supposed to be a little different. I haven't vaped those yet because usually with tobaccos they need to sit. Plus, I was getting really vaped out on yesterday's show because I was mixing quite a few different things. I also made Fresh's blueberry pancakes. I will say that that pancake flavor is bomb. Like, it's so weird. Like when you describe it, it doesn't sound like it would necessarily be appealing because you can taste like the wheat in the pancake, but it's so good. Like and it's different. I think that's what I really like about it is it's different. And you do get a little bit of the maple with the pancake, but it's not strong enough to be off-putting because, like I said, I don't like vaping maple, but that one's really good. So I really do need to get on mixing that in a Wera waffle because that's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to just be straight waffle, no syrup or anything, which is hard to find with waffle because it's like everybody that makes waffle, they tend to want to add maple syrup to it for some reason. I'd prefer to like mix it separate, but it is what it is. But that pancake is the truth. I want to make a strawberry one, obviously, because I love strawberry. So I think that'll be like the next thing I do with that one is like a strawberry or even like a banana one. That might be really good. So I have ideas now. I made some more of my dad's pistachio ice cream at his Nick level because when I mixed it initially, I did it at my Nick level so I could taste it to see where it was at because like I don't mix ice cream very often, really at all because like I said, I don't like it in vape form. But he likes it, so that's what matters. So yeah, we'll see what he thinks about it with the Nick level, the way it's supposed to be, because Nick can alter the taste a little bit. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Plus, he'll be vaping it in a tank opposed to dripping it, which is how he initially tried it. So I might need to tweak it, but we'll see. What else do I got going on? I'm really trying to behave and not buy more shit, but I don't know how well that's going to go. I did end up placing an order with Alice in Vape Land. I was trying not to, but then I saw I got my tax return, and I'm like, I can't pass this up. Like, there was like, so many new e-liquid flavors from them that I have not tried, and Alice in Vape Land is one of my all-time favorite e-liquid vendors. They're like one of the first ones that I really, really enjoyed back when I wasn't DIYing as much as I do now. That and Illusion. I did try to make an Illusion order not too long ago, but for some reason their website was being stupid and it just pissed me off. So I said, fuck it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I eventually probably will order from them. Because there's a couple flavors that I remember really liking from them. Plus they're from Michigan, so, you know, gotta represent. But yeah, I bought a sampler from Alice in Vape Land. They used to do the little mini 3 ml bottle samplers, but it doesn't look like they do that anymore. So basically, the sampler that you can get is a 15 ml sampler. You get 5 flavors for X amount. It is a discounted price off just buying them separately, but they're not a cheap place. They're definitely not. They're more of like an artisan e-liquid company, similar to like a Lazarus Vintage or a Five Ponds, even though I don't like Five Ponds. They're just very unique. They have a lot of unique flavors. They do a lot of their own extracts, which I do like. So they're different. They're not just a run-of-the-mill e-liquid company. So I don't know, that and their customer service is always amazing. Like the people that mix and run the company seem to genuinely want to make a good product for their customers, want to make their customers happy. They have a lot of like little niches that make them stand out from other e-liquid companies, in my opinion. One of their bottles. I like that they come with like little charms and shit. Well, this one doesn't have the charm on it. I don't know. I can't find one that has the charm on it. But they used to have these little sampler bottle things, but they don't anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. Because if I don't like an e-liquid, I don't really want 15 mils of it. But I don't know. There's only a couple of their e-liquids that I just flat out didn't like. So I think I'll be all right. I got the Hunter, which is a fruit punch. I got Sultana, which is an almond something. I forget what it was. I think it's like almond champagne. It was like kind of weird, whatever. I got like, I think it was called Love Story, which is like a champagne, like a raspberry champagne, or Lovebirds, I think it might have been. I think I got Tukala. I wanted to get most of their new flavors. I didn't get some of them because some of them just sounded like I probably wouldn't like it. Like the one I really did not like from them was it was a cheesecake, like little berry cheesecake or something like that. I thought it was absolutely disgusting because it had that really strong cheese note. Because like, again, if you DIY, you know that there's like really great cheesecakes like TFA with graham cracker crust cheesecake, and then there's a really disgusting cheesecake that tastes like spoiled milk, and that's what it was. Other people love it, but me. So Lovebirds is champagne, strawberry, raspberry. So yeah, I think I'll like that one. Uh, and their graphics are amazing. Like they always custom make your little box inside. Like it has graphics on it that they hand do. They do take a little bit longer to like ship and stuff because they do mix their e-liquids, you know, to order, and as well as customize the box and everything. So it's definitely like more of a specialty, like a treat type thing. Guys probably wouldn't really give a shit about it, but they do have really solid flavors. Like 15 Foot Falls is really great. It's kind of like a s'more without chocolate, but you add coconut. It technically has tobacco in it, but you really can't taste that very much. Their Mangrilla is good. It's like a mango sticky rice. So yeah, Sultana, pear and honey. So I got that one, and then I should stop backing up too fucking much. It's driving me nuts. And then they have a new one. It's called Sir Nimble Bottom's Pumpkin Cheesecake Fries. I was like, what? But I guess it's supposed to be like a fried cheesecake or something like that. And considering I didn't like their cheesecake, I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm going to test that out. And I also didn't like their pumpkin tumble I didn't care for. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to chance that. Tocala. And they do have that like flavor art description thing going on. Some of their descriptions are not very helpful. This is one of them. The description is the richness of night's sweet solace, sultry flavorings of earthly wanderings, and drift on of the ever-changing sky as the stars rise and set. I can't even say that. Like, it sounds more poetry than like a description, which is kind of like their thing. But I wish they would kind of just say, like, maybe underneath like the notes that are there, so like we know what the fuck we're vaping. But I guess it's supposed to be like a dark chocolate and cherry, like a cherry covered or chocolate covered cherry type shit. I don't know. We'll see. Twas Brillig is really good. It's a blackberry crumble. But yeah, so I'm excited to try like the newer flavors I haven't gotten to try yet. Anyway. ST, baby. What the fuck? I love how he just comes in and says, what the fuck? Who's Bob? I don't know who Bob is. Might be an acronym. I don't know. I saw that they uploaded a test show last night. I guess they were testing out XSplit on Vaping Fagan's channel. I saw ST, Mark, and somebody else. I forget who the third person was. I just saw the thumbnail when I was about to go live. Cheesecake flavor is hot ass. Pretty much. It depends on the cheesecake, though. Cheesecakes can be really nice. They also can be very terrible, like spoiled milk and ugh, gross. But yeah, I'm excited to get that in. I haven't ordered from them in quite a while, but with the 25% off they have going on to the end of the month, if you ever wanted to try Alice in Vapeland, even if you just get their flavorings, because they do sell their extracts now, because like I said, they make their own. The apricot is amazing. It's by far my favorite apricot. The blackberry is also amazing. By far my favorite blackberry. And they have a lot of other ones I haven't tried yet. I would imagine their vanilla is probably good because they use it in a lot of different things. And I mean, I imagine they're all probably pretty good, but when I order, because I will order some more eventually, it's not necessary right now. I do want to try the ginger. Their ginger by C is really good, and I'm really picky about ginger, and it's really solid. I want to try their lavender, because their lavender ever after is one of my favorite e-liquids of all time. Maybe the hibiscus nectar. I don't know. They make really good floral vapes. Anyway, I'm gonna leave soon, like maybe 5 minutes. So it's about an hour, maybe a little bit over. So I did start late, which seems to be the theme of this weekend. Hopefully Fresh is over it. Like, I wanted to pick on him last night about like the situation, but like I know if I'm already agitated about something and someone gives me shit about it, it just pisses me off even more. And I didn't want to do that, so I just kept my mouth shut for once, which is really painful for me. But he already went off on that Johnny. I think it was a Johnny person. So I was like, no, I ain't going there. Sometimes you just got to use your good judgment and just shut the fuck up. I don't do that often enough. Sometimes I still say stupid shit, but you know, you live and you learn, I guess. Really excited about Detroit. There's going to be a lot of awesome people there, some that I've already met, but can't wait to see again. And then some other people that I have not yet met in person. So I'm really excited about that. If you are going to be in Detroit, I know like a couple of people were at the Pittsburgh one that like watched my show and had no idea I was going to be there or was there or whatever. So that's unfortunate. But like if you see me, like I do look like a bitch. And I can be a bitch for sure, but like, don't be afraid to say hi. It might be really awkward for me because I am actually pretty shy and quiet, especially at first. But eventually I get over it. So don't be afraid to say hi and whatever. I think it's really going to be a good time. Hopefully we don't get hit with random weather like we did last year. That sucked. But it's supposed to be a mild March, and it's been a pretty mild winter in general with like random storms here and there. So that's what I'm worried about. It's just like the random storm, because that happens a lot in that area. Cleveland more so than Detroit, but shit seems to follow me, I guess. I don't really know. I don't even know where my cat went. I'm assuming she's under here somewhere. I think she's over there. But yeah, her ear, I didn't want to get into it because I was still kind of reviewing the e-liquid, but she kept like hitting me with her paw. But anyway, I found out about a year ago. It was almost to the month because it was like last March. Because I remember I was doing my income tax return around the time that it happened last year. And she was getting like bald patches on her ears. And I was like, what the fuck? Like it never happened before. I also noticed she was itching a little bit, like her ears. Well, I took her to the vet, and after all that, we found out that it was, well, I found out it was the kitty litter. I used a different kitty litter, and, you know, sometimes they have fragrances in there, and I guess she was, like, allergic to the fragrance. And since then, I've stuck with Fresh Step. That's all I use is Fresh Step. I knew that she reacted well with it, but they've recently come out with, like, a new blend, and I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. So I got the Febreze one, and it turns out, at least I suspect, that she's allergic to that as well because her ears started fucking up again. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like trying to think in my head. I'm like, I don't change her food, so I know it's not her food. I've always fed her the same thing. So I'm like, what could it be? And then eventually I put two and two together. I'm like, oh, I bought that slightly different catnip litter. So maybe it's that. So recently switched back to the, this one's unscented, but I found that like, I don't know, like the regular one is okay. It's just, it can't be extreme, I guess, or the Febreze, because she doesn't like the extreme or the Febreze one. It just bugs her, I guess, which is really weird. I've never really heard of that happening with a cat. But, I mean, her ear already looks better, and I just changed it not that long ago. So, there's just something in it that her body doesn't like. So, I felt bad. It's like, just like this little stripe of, like, baldness on her one ear. But yeah, hopefully get over it quickly. Tax return time. I always do my tax return right away because I always want my money. Plus, I know if I don't do it right away, I'll just forget. So I already got my shit, which is good. I was hoping I would have it by Detroit just to have the extra money. My tax return sucked this year. I think it's probably like the worst that I've ever had, which sucks because it's like, I guess it's because I'm in a different tax bracket than I ever was before. And I've never really had to experience that until now. But like my return was actually better before I added my second, because like last year was weird. I had technically three different employers because I was working my old job for the first couple months of last year. then I was through a temp service through my current job, and then I was hired on. So it's 3 different employers. And before I added the last one, which I think is my current employer, like when I was hired on, like I actually was getting a lot more in my tax return, and then I added them as an employer, or that tax return, and like the amount dropped. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna like I'm paying more money for my taxes and getting less back? Like, that's bullshit. And I could see if I was making a ton of money, like, okay, maybe there'd be a difference, but it was like a substantial difference between like the one amount to what I'm making now. And it's like, it sucked. But, it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do about it? Bye, Greg. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be leaving soon, too. I need to eat lunch. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. Actually, I kind of like know it's going to be a good time, but I'm excited. I'm nervous. Like, I'm always nervous because I'm weird. But, it should be a really awesome experience because, like I said, there's going to be a few people there that I have not yet gotten to meet in person, so that'll be really good. And then, as far as I know, Dawn's not having a booth, so she'll be able to spend more time with everyone. Because, with the vape show last year, with her having a booth, she was stuck at the booth most of the day, so she didn't really get to have like the whole experience, I think. So that'll be really cool. Plus, it's kind of stressful when you're like kind of working all day, even though I think it ended up working out good for her. She didn't really get to hang out with people the way that she wanted to. So, yeah, so that's about it. I don't really think I have anything else to go over. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know if my dad's going still. I think it's still kind of up in the air. If he does go, he probably won't spend much time, if any, at the vape convention. Because the more that we talked about it, the more it just didn't seem like it was going to work. Because number one, the whole business to business thing, like you need special access to even go on Friday, and he's only going to be there Friday and Saturday. He's not going to be there as long as I will be. So that, on top of the fact that his sleep schedule's a lot different than most people's. Like, he works 3rd shift, so he's awake when a lot of people are sleeping, and the convention is going pretty much the times that he's usually sleeping. So yeah, if anything, he might just hang out like afterwards, like with everybody, like go to the dinner on Saturday or something like that. I don't really know. It will be his birthday weekend. Like, his birthday is March 5th. So yeah, that'll be going on too. But the last I knew, he was going to Michigan, even if it's just to visit my grandmother, because she wants to see him. Obviously, it's her kid. But that's the last I heard, is he was definitely going to at least see her and then maybe hang out a little bit with us. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave. I'm going to eat lunch and all that good stuff. Hopefully you found this review somewhat interesting. I don't really know. It is what it is. I try. I'm just me. But anyway, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys Friday. Bye.